Grab a cup of coffee and hang with us as we introduce you to your newest favorite author. Gossip alert, nothing's off limits on HEA Hot Seat.
Hi viewers, today we have a very exciting pair that we are going to interview who happen to be married, so please welcome Alexandra Sokoloff and Craig Robertson.
Hello.
Hi guys.
And we just found out before we hit the record button that they are actually calling us from Scotland. And what is it, midnight there?
It's 8:30.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Horrified.
All good.
Yeah.
We are talking about the Grapevine, and this is a collaboration thriller that you guys wrote that was released, I believe, a couple weeks ago.
It came out on June 23. Yeah. So
June
just
23rd.
2 weeks now, I guess.
So obviously, our first question is: there's enough conflict in the marriages. What were you thinking doing this together?
Well, it was actually in our wedding vows that we would never write together.
Perfect.
Before God and everyone, because we knew exactly what you're saying. We've both written over 10 books of our own, and it's just too risky. Why would we want to do that? You know, it's, oh my God, but we forgot is the problem.
But we didn't forget. We made a conscious, reckless, crazy decision to write together. I had an idea for a book set in California, so I kind of needed a Californian. And luckily I had one just there. So
you also needed a woman.
Right. It's a good character.
both those things are true. So I basically, I asked Alex to break her vows and to think about it. And I sort of pitched the book to her, left her to think about it. And about an hour later, she came to me and said, okay, if we're going to do this, and she laid down her stipulations as to how it was going to go.
Which went out the window immediately.
Sure.
But the thing is, the idea was so good. It's about, as you know, you've read it, a desperate mother whose teenage daughter has gone missing. A year later, the cops have no idea still, no leads. And so the mom, Lou Gummersall, takes the family RV out on the road to try to figure out if some cases that she thinks are linked are really going to lead her to her daughter one way or another. And she's ready to kill the guy who took her if need be. So, I mean, how can you not commit to that?
Yeah,
so,
that was a fabulous premise. And Craig, you're a very famous Scottish crime writer, well known in Scotland. So I needed to say that I was amazed when I read collaborations. I usually can tell that there's a shift, and I'm amazed that it is so streamlined. How did that happen?
Well, I was going to say it wasn't easy because we do have very different writing styles. Inevitably, people do.
Plus, he writes in a different language, obviously. They call it English.
I was waiting for less.
I'm bilingual, so it's fine. Basically, we kind of smoothed it over, and at the end, so we both wrote our own thing, and then we make a pass to make them the same. But the key thing for us, I think, is that neither of our agents or our editor or any of our readers has been able to tell who wrote which bits.
Yeah.
And sometimes we forget who wrote.
It's my biggest
which
compliment.
bits.
That's very unusual.
No, we're happy with that. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
But I do think that every book has its own voice. And once we discovered, and it took a while, but once we discovered the voice of the book, as well as the voice of the characters, that made it much easier because we weren't trying to, we were we were writing the voice of the book and not our own.
And I think that always happens, even when it's one author, finding the voice of the book is key.
Right.
Sometimes it's easy.
Yeah.
Most times it's not.
Yeah.
With two of us, it maybe took slightly longer, but I don't think too much.
And no fighting.
Oh, lots of
Oh
fighting.
my God.
Like
Oh
endless.
my God.
Uh-huh.
But we've finished book 2. We're just in edits now.
Oh,
And it was much easier. Much
Oh,
easier.
interesting.
Yeah. Because now we know pretty much what not to do. Like,
Yeah, we still did some of the things we shouldn't do
yeah, we did.
on book 2.
Yeah.
But we find a way to do it. I mean, what we knew was that what we learned was that we both knew how to write a book, but we didn't know how to write a book together. And we made some silly mistakes. But some of it's inevitable because we're creative people, and those creativity lines will not always run in the same direction. So, and that's okay. I think that's part of the process.
Yeah.
I haven't always thought it was okay during the process.
I figured that's why you're together and I'm not interviewing one of you and not the other. It's like, oh yeah, we divorced after that first book.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Billingham, our friend, calls it the divorce book, but we're still here.
that's great. I have a question. Why did you choose to have Lou in the RV world? I mean, it's fascinating to me because I've never traveled in an RV, but what motivated that decision?
I can't remember whether that was your idea or mine, or just a joint.
I don't remember that either, but I've been watching van life videos for a while now.
Oh,
And both of us, we travel together a lot. That was really our relationship. We met on the road at Left Coast Crime in Colorado Springs, and we traveled really well together. And my parents were always taking us on road trips. They were academics. And so we were on the road every summer, going everywhere in the U.S., different routes every time. So I think that had a lot to do with it, that there was a zeitgeist about van life and RV life that had infiltrated, and it was a way to see all of our favorite places in California and bring our readers into them.
The idea was always from the off for it to be a road trip, and a road trip thriller. And the idea of Lou taking our home on the road with her, that she devotes her life to go and find Abby, her daughter, and an RV was a natural extension of that. And it was something different, a different way to do it. So it all came together, whosever idea it was.
But have you actually done RV traveling like that?
We're just back.
So when you said that you went through Scotland on an RV tour, I thought that
it was California. It was California. We went to not all of them, because we could not possibly have done that, but we went to a lot of the locations of our book in the RV to both do research for the second book and brush up our cred, which, oh my God, we have learned some things.
Yeah, we picked an RV up in LA and drove to San Francisco with various zigzags en route. The first stretch we did, and it was over 5 hours up through the Grapevine itself, and the traffic was horrendous. And we learned some things the hard way.
Yeah,
but you actually can't go 50 miles an hour. There is no such thing in California.
Yeah, and some places are just not big enough for an RV to go.
Really?
Who would have thought?
Wow.
So, but we also met some such great people and realized that we really got that right about the Grapevine means the actual Grapevine Pass in California, but it's also Lou's Grapevine of road people, of nomads, of people from all different classes of life that she engages to help find her daughter.
And so you feel that they are those kind of people, that they are on social media, and like the manager at the RV knew
Yes.
all these different places that somebody can hide in an RV park. So you find that everybody knows everybody in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, because the road is not, it's an actual place. It's a community, and you run into the same people. It's just in different locations, but it's the same place.
And it's a lifestyle as well, and it's slightly off grid, so it's slightly out of the norm,
Yeah.
but it's a community of its own, and that gives Lou a different place to live and to travel, and so that really just became a large part of the book really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the back, you have a tantalizing acknowledgement about maybe that this is being optioned.
Did we say that in the back? We're talking with a lot of producers now. Yeah, the response has been great.
This is so a Netflix series. Do you need me to write?
Well, from your mouth to Netflix's ears, but yeah, we've had a couple of meetings that we've obviously not too much about, but no, there is interest. So.
Uh-huh.
And we saw it that way. I mean, it is very cinematic.
It reads
that way, but
it reads that way.
So
I was also interested in the fact that Brian, the husband, is kind of off screen or off page. When he's on page, he's so loving and supportive and poignant in the reason that he stays home and he's working while she goes and does this adventure. But my question is, what about Ethan Ito? What brought him in as kind of like a college happen to meet guy that now is her sidekick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she needed someone to talk to, or she'd go completely off the rails.
Yeah, I can see on the story sense. Yeah, you didn't want it to be introspective.
Yeah, but it's also bringing in a different generation, and it's one that is more the age of the girls who are gone missing. So that was important to us. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember how he developed, but he was there in that scene, and he took on a life, and then he came back, and it was right.
We decided that she needed help there with her. So the idea to separate her from Brian was made really early on, partly because people have a different way of dealing with these things, and Brian's way of dealing with Abby's disappearance is largely to look away from it. He can't deal with what might have happened or what might still be happening. But Lou needed someone present. So we came up with Ethan, who develops through the book and also in book 2. But we see more of Brian in book 2 as well.
Yeah, I figured he would make his entrance a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I am very happy to know that it's a book 2. When is that coming out?
That will be out next summer. So first the paperback has to come out, and all the other audiobook versions. It's on Audible now for the first few months, and then it'll be in audio. And we have such a great narrator, Therese Plummer. She's done a million audiobooks and a lot of acting too. And she was just perfect. When we heard her, she was just Lou. So
it always seems a long time for the next book to come out, particularly in a series, but it's the same for us because we're desperate to get it out there as well. But it's nearly a year, so we're all just going to have to wait.
Well, and then while you're doing this together and you're waiting for your book to come out and you're finishing your edits right now, what about your individual careers? What's happening?
You want to go first?
Yeah, well, I write also the Huntress Moon thrillers about an FBI agent and his team who are in pursuit of a female serial killer who they are actually sympathizing with when they figure out who she's actually killing. Because there are a lot of men right now who need to be killed. And I just frankly.
He's right here.
Yeah. So,
I'm listening.
so he's a good one. So I'm writing the 7th in that series now, because it's more needed than ever.
And I'm straining at the least to write a new solo book, which I will be doing within the next couple of weeks, hopefully. We've not got much to do in the way of edits for book 2 in the series. Then I've got a solo book, which is, I know everything about it and I just want to get started.
I want him to start too.
Yeah. It's a book that's bursting to get out of me, so I need to do it. Because although book 2 has been a smoother path than book 1, and I think we both want to write on our own because we need to express it without necessarily checking with each other and just go and write whatever we want. So I'm ready to go in this new book.
Good for you guys. That's a real balance. And you guys sound so healthy. Our little therapy session is over.
Yeah, I think we need to just get out and it's like it's fresh, you know. We can go on and just have the freedom to do that, and then all being well, we'll be back doing book 3
after we finish these.
Yeah, beginning
by the
next
end
year.
Of the year. Yeah, and in the meantime, we're expanding the world of the book because we have at least one short story planned to release, and we are also doing on our socials a travel log of our adventures. For people who want to go further into the book and explore some of these places.
I think we've lost Sarah for the time being. I'm guessing that something happened with some storm in where she is.
I think that's the most likely thing. Yeah.
It is. So
well, she did warn us. That's a shame. That was being such a good party for.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, she's a thriller writer, so she's especially interested in how everybody comes into the stories and why. But well, we're almost out of time, and I want to ask you. We always ask a hot seat question at the end, and so I'm going to ask you the hot seat question. And there she is.
You can't
there we go.
Down.
Okay. We're on the hot seat question now, Sarah, and that is, if this series is optioned, who would be your dream person to cast as Lou?
You go.
You absolutely see. I've been a screenwriter, so I know how to answer this question. There's not just one. There's absolutely not just one. We took inspiration from some of the most powerhouse women actors that we know, like Frances McDormand, like Melissa McCarthy, like Margot,
Laura Dern,
Laura Dern.
Right.
Renee Zellweger can do anything, you know. So there just aren't enough of these roles for that age when they are at the height of their powers.
Right.
So we would be thrilled with anyone that they're
So our dream choice might be amongst those 5, or indeed we're keeping it secret because talks are ongoing. But yeah, Alex is right. And we think it's a great role for an actor of that age to do it, and that's because there's a whole lot to play with. And
and your phrase "currently crazy," it's just like the people that you just named. I'm like, yep, currently crazy.
And they would all be really different, and they would all be so great. But their energy, I think, was with us when we were writing.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys are great.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate it.
We enjoyed meeting you and hearing what you have to say. And good luck with your book and your series. And we can't wait for the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Lovely
you
to talk
so
to you.
much.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.